It's Mickey and Friends Monday, and this is Goofy and the Magic Axe. Long ago, there was a woodcutter named Goofy. He lived in a village near a forest. Many other woodcutters lived there too. The other woodcutters were much faster and stronger than Goofy, but Goofy was helpful and kind. Everyone liked him. One day, two of the king's messengers rode into town on their horses. They nailed a big piece of paper onto a tree in the town square. It was a message from the king. Be it known, whoever shall cut down the giant oak in front of the castle shall become the king's head woodsman, the king. Everyone read the message from the king. They all wanted to try to cut down the tree. I would like to try too, said Goofy. The other woodcutters laughed and said, Oh, Goofy, you could never do it. So Goofy helped everyone else. He took axes to be sharpened. He fetched files for sharpening axes. All the other woodcutters practiced their chopping. Goofy helped by bringing wood. Finally, everyone was ready for the journey to the castle. Goofy waved goodbye. Good luck, he called. The woodcutters all had high hopes. Each man was sure that he would chop down the giant oak tree and become the king's head woodsman. A large crowd had gathered around the oak tree in front of the castle. There were acrobats, jugglers, and musicians. There was food and drink for everyone. The woodcutters got ready to cut down the big oak. Men with axes each took a turn and tried to chop down the tree. But the tree was so hard that all the axes broke. Other woodcutters used saws, but the saws also bent and broke. Nothing could cut the tree. One by one, the woodcutters gave up and began the journey home. They were very unhappy. When the woodcutters got home, they told Goofy what had happened. Gee, that's too bad, said Goofy. But maybe I can try now, he said. You will never be able to chop down that tree, said one of the woodcutters. How will I know if I don't try? Said Goofy. So Goofy went home and got his saw, and sharpened his axe, and packed some food. Then he set off for the castle. In the middle of the forest, Goofy stopped to rest and eat his food. The forest animals gathered around him. Friendly Goofy gave them crumbs to eat. Along came an old man carrying a heavy bundle of wood. He was wearing a big floppy hat. Goofy could hardly see his face. The old man said, I am hungry and tired. Would you give me some food? Of course, said Goofy. Take all you want. I have plenty. When the food was all gone, Goofy carried the old man's bundle of wood home for him. Then he stayed and chopped wood for days. Goofy was not fast, but he worked hard. Goofy helped in other ways too. One day a fox scared the old man's cat. Goofy chased the fox away. Goofy did all he could to help the old man. But one day he said, I think it is time that I left for the castle." "I think you are right," said the old man. "But before you go, I have a present for you. It is a special axe. Watch." The old man swung the axe hard so that it stuck in a tree stump. The old man said, "Axe, axe, do your task." And the axe began to chop all by itself. The axe chopped and chopped until the whole stump was in pieces. "Stop, axe, stop," said the old man. And the axe stopped. "Oh my," said Goofy. So Goofy set off for the castle with a feeling of hope. He was sure that he could chop down the big tree with his magic axe. The giant oak tree was still standing. A few last woodcutters were just giving up. Goofy walked up to the tree. He saw all the places where the other woodcutters had tried to chop, but he didn't lose hope. He wasn't even nervous when the king came out of the castle to watch him. Goofy lifted the axe. The old man had told him to hold on tight, so Goofy did. Then he said, "Axe, axe, do your task." Sure enough, the axe began to chop all by itself. It bit right into the hard wood. Goofy held on for his life. When the tree was ready to fall, Goofy shouted, "Stop, axe, stop!" The axe stopped chopping and the tree fell with a crash. "Well done," said the king. The king took Goofy into the castle. "You are the best woodcutter in the land," said the king. "Thank you," said Goofy. "But first, I must go and thank the old man who gave me this wonderful axe." "There's no need to do that," said the king. He threw off his royal robes. "I am that old man you met in the forest," said the king. "I gave you the magic axe because you were kind to me." Goofy was very happy to see his friend and his friend's cat. "You will be my head woodsman," said the king. "I was looking for someone just like you. You help other people, and you share what you have. You are kind and honest. You are just the sort of woodsman that I want." So Goofy became the king's head woodsman. He took care of all the forests and the forest animals. And he spent many happy days in the castle with the king and his cat.